Okay, I guess I'm live. Oh, okay, okay. This is my first time using StreamYard, so not sponsored, although you can if you want to. I just wanted to see how this works, but I guess I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so the purpose of this live is I missed my monthly check-in. I was supposed to check in every month. That was my goal on my channel, to check in every month on the first. Missed that. Had a very crazy first of the month, but we are here. We are fine. That is okay. So usually with these monthly check-ins, I do, for those of you who didn't see the last one, I do a SWOT analysis of how the previous month went, what's working, what's not working, and then just go over updates. It's kind of like a journal to myself, but as you guys follow me, it will be a good, way to chronicle how things are progressing. So, let's see here. So, the SWOT analysis that I'm going to do is for February. So this should have happened March 1st. So a SWOT analysis is where you analyze your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, hence the acronym SWOT, SWOT. So the strengths for last month were the tour specials that we were doing for the venue. Those were really a big hit with all the people that were showing up to the tours. We did, I would say, maybe like a third of the people didn't show up, and then another third either ghosted after the tour and didn't respond to any follow up, and then the other third tended to book. So I think that was very helpful, and I think those were very. Hold on, why is this not? I don't know. It says I'm streaming, but I don't see anything. So I don't know. I'm just gonna keep talking. Maybe. Maybe it'll figure itself out. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't. It's like using StreamYard and then using StreamYard coupled with YouTube. I don't know how they connect. It says StreamYard says I'm connected, so I'm just gonna go with that. Let's see. So yeah, we will continue. So so the tour specials were going good. So I think I'm gonna keep the tour special as kind of, which is the security deposit, as a norm, because it is working. It does seem to entice the people that want to immediately book the venue, actually book it that day. So that's been working. Again, we were booked 3 out of the 4 weekends. Awesome. And then I typed up a like FAQ list, which I think has been minimizing and helping people's questions be answered. So I don't have to do as much back and forth as far as like texting and communicating. The FAQ lists that I hand out during the tours are pretty much self-explanatory and have all the information there. So I think that's helpful for a lot of the clients that have been coming in. Some of the weaknesses, I was sick for 5 days. And I still don't 100% feel like my normal self. I don't know if like my body's just adjusting, but getting sick for 5 days straight was just like, usually I can work from home, but I literally just had to take time off from work. I couldn't even work from home because I couldn't even like sit up straight, which was like crazy. I was just like, what is happening? So that was that. And then what's another weakness? I did have an issue with overlapping tour times because I was giving people like a tour window instead of giving them an actual set time to show up. So I think moving forward, I'm going to start giving people 30-minute blocks. I know this week I blocked it out by the hour, but I think depending on how quickly these tours go, I might make each tour 30 minutes instead of an hour. But I did notice that when I was giving time blocks for people to come in and tour, they wanted, me to personally tour them around. And because of that, if there was two clients or more in the venue, I couldn't, give my attention to both of them. So that was kind of like, dang, it did kind of make it like, oh man, I felt bad because I think one of the clients I kind of missed out on, or she was one of the ghosted ones. So I think the overlapping tour, not being able to give like full attention, also being listed on more than one like venue rental site. It's like people are coming into tour from different, finding us from different places and then coming in the tour. So it's like my pitch to a Peerspace client is different than my pitch to someone that just finds us, through Instagram. So I think going forward, I'm going to have to do like set 30-minute blocks for tours. And then I found another weakness, which was not having like SOPs in place and not having any KPIs in place. For those of you who don't know, SOPs are like standard operating procedures. So not having that as far as venue, like what to go over during the tour. So I think I'm learning what clients are interested in knowing, what they aren't interested in knowing, what information to give them, what information they can just find on the FAQs. So that's helped me develop the SOPs for maybe an event attendant or some kind of assistant. And then KPIs are key performance indexes or key performance indicators. So just trying to figure out what those are to really know, like, are we performing at the highest level as a venue, and are we performing at the highest level as a rental company? So that's been something that we've been, figuring out. And hold on, let me merge. Monthly updates. So that's been our thing. Then also, I don't know why I can't see. It's just really weird. I don't know. And then opportunities. So we had, like I said, one of the opportunities is the scheduling of tours, like an actual set schedule. So now that we have, well, we do have a monthly client. So we have a church that is renting our space on a monthly basis. Yay. So with that, I think they have a certain number of days a week that they come. So with that, it kind of narrows down my tour dates, which is a good thing because now I can actually like have a set day of this is the day that I'm going to be there, or these are the time, like set a time block for myself, like an overall like 3-hour block, and then break it down into 30 minutes. So I think having a hard schedule for tours would be a very, very good opportunity to get bookings and get, basically streamline everything. So I don't know. Hold on. It's very weird, this live stream situation. It's like it says I'm live on StreamYard, but then when I go on YouTube, it says I'm not. So I don't know what to say. Unfortunately, I know it's not recording, so that's not good, but I don't know how to change that. So we'll see. Let's see what's next. So I mean, it says it's there, so I don't know. So, another opportunity is getting my rest. I think one of the reasons I got sick is because I was like just going hard, going hard, going hard, all gas, and all gas is good, but sometimes you can get to the point of exhaustion. And I noticed that I've been getting sick more often, but I think I'm getting sick more often because I'm not resting as much. Because essentially I am, working two jobs, working my 9 to 5, and also doing the venue and rentals on the weekends. So that has just been running me a little ragged. But I do like that I got sick because it gave me time to rest. It did give me time to reflect on, how I want to spend my time. Um, and then basically just sit my butt down and chill. And then another opportunity would be, so a lot of the times when you do these SWOT analysis, like a lot of the things connect to each other. So sometimes your strengths and your weaknesses will be opposites of each other and they connect to each other. And so a lot of my opportunities are related to a lot of my weaknesses. And so, just like I said, with the weaknesses of not having SOP and KPIs, the opportunities to draft and develop those has, been active. I've been taking notes. I've been, writing things down, discussing things with my husband, bouncing ideas off of him, doing research in like Facebook groups of people, with other venue owners of what they do. So I think for sure by the end of this month, I should be able to have SOPs in place. And it's documented that I said that. So, and then threats. I think one of the biggest threats that I also had to let go of was just being okay with like the ghosting and the unresponsive clients. I've just developed like over time, I've developed a thick skin and I used to chase, like when I did balloons, I used to like chase people and follow up and do all these things. And now I'm at a point where it's like I get ghosted so many times and people are just unresponsive that I just have to shrug my shoulders and just say, if you want my services, you want my services. And if you don't, you don't. So, and not take it personally. Cause I think when you are a creative person and you're putting something out there into the world, you tend to take it personally. And it's not that personal. It's just business. Like they either found something better or they changed their minds. That's pretty much it. So I've gotten very thick skin with that. So I'm very proud of myself. It is a threat to my business, but that just means that I can't dwell on that. I just have to basically be more intentional on getting more people in the door because it is a probability game, and the more people I get in the door, the higher of a rate of return that I'll get on people actually booking. And then this is one thing I hadn't experienced before, but I'm, learning how to navigate it, which is like vendors being unresponsive. So like people that I hire, like a photographer, he was unresponsive. I had another person who I asked her to make me or I wanted to hire her to make me like QR codes for people to just to make it easier for people to do the security deposit and everything like that. And then have that displayed like around the venue so people could like book if instead of like giving people cards, they could just scan the QR code. Um, and that person was unresponsive. So, I know life happens and I do follow these people. So I do see that like, life has been happening for them and life has been happening for me, obviously getting sick, all those things. But it's just the I guess it's just being unresponsive to me, whether life's happening or not, is not really an excuse to me. It's, you know, the response is to say that life is happening. So why not just say that? Life's happening. Sorry. I got some stuff going on, or I'm really busy, or I don't feel well, or I'm moving, like whatever it is. So that's just something I've been experiencing and trying to navigate. I don't work with too many vendors. I tried to build some relationships during my grand opening, which I have. And some of those relationships just didn't pan out. So we'll see. I got my pictures back from the grand opening, so I do have to go through those and see which ones I want to add on my website. And then it's been kind of hard to. Oh, sidebar. One of the other threats is like the landlord wanting to fine us for trash again. I don't know what this trash issue is, but it's starting to get like kind of ridiculous, and they don't know exactly who's doing it, but yet they want to fine us for it. So I don't get that, but I don't know. So that's kind of like a minor issue. I don't know how much the fine is for trash, but I don't know how you control when there's hundreds of people that throw out trash there every day. So whatever. And then it's been like harder and harder to now with the church and everything, we had to kind of take some of our inventory from the venue because we gave the church like some of our storage space. So we had to take some of our inventory and bring it home. And because of that, it's been kind of hard to record. The church has about like 4 days a week. And so it's been very hard to record. So we've been trying to convert the garage to our studio again. But but a little more like cleaned up version. I do want to still do balloons. I still want to do centerpieces and things like that, but it's just been very, very hard to record. So I think I might take a break from balloons as far as my channel and just focus on centerpieces. Well, I mean, I guess I could do centerpiece balloons, but with the limited amount of space, I just want to, I don't know. I guess make it more intimate, or I'm still trying to, figure out what exactly exactly I want to do as far as basically as far as moving forward with my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get more intentional. I have been, as consistent as I can be. So I have been posting. If I don't post a full length video, I do post at least 1 to 2 shorts a week. So that's like a huge accomplishment because I know consistency was like my downfall for a very long time. So now that I've gotten into a flow of like, posting or just recording anything that I can and saving it and making drafts. That way when it's time to post and I don't have anything, it's like I still do have something. It's just maybe not like a full length video, but it is like a segment of a video. So that's been kind of interesting. So yeah, like that's the SWOT analysis. So that's all my strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Again, I do want to start, you know, start focusing more on centerpieces. I kind of miss that as well. So, and get away from the balloons a little bit. Or if I do balloons, it's going to be like a big build, like I really want to start doing like cutouts, like cardboard cutout, like foam cutouts, and also doing making my own backdrops. So I did do that. I forgot to film my last video for the Surfs Up video. I forgot to film the part of me cutting the wood. So the next time I do a backdrop, I did cut one out already and film that. So that'll be the next one I do. I just have to finish like putting that together now with the new setup in the garage. We're gonna see how that goes. But yeah, and also, guys, did you know this handy dandy sweatshirt that I have been wearing is being sold by me? Okay. Yeah, so you can get these like Coco DIY sweatshirts. They are, I forgot how much they are, but they're on my I believe they're on my Etsy shop, but for sure they're on my Shopify store. So I'm adding links. I'm adding Shopify. I have my Shopify store. I'm adding links and links to things in my Shopify store in my description. So moving forward, any videos that I post will have that a link to my Etsy shop, a link to my Shopify store. In my Etsy shop, I sell the shop. I sell. It's linked to Shopify, so I do sell like the clothes and the merch. Okay. Um, on on Etsy, but I also sell like little things like this, like these Kate Spade. Are they Kate Spade? No, Kate Aspen. My bad. Kate Aspen frames. I just sold one of these. So I have to pack this up and ship to a client. But yeah, I just sell like little there's easels on there, like little things that I use that I was able to get, in a big quantity that I use for some of my DIY supplies on Etsy and then Shopify. I have a Throne ebook that is on Shopify as well. So there's a link to that as well. So I'll try and highlight specific items, like if I am wearing it in the video or if I am like referencing it in the video, I will like let you guys know. But the main links will be in my descriptions. Let's see what else. Moving forward, I got a centerpiece that I want to make. I just gotta plan it out, make sure I have all the materials. I think I have all the materials, but I gotta with rearranging, I gotta make sure. I don't want to start recording and then having to stop and then go to the store. So I'm gonna make my supply list today for that. So I should have 1 to 2 centerpiece things coming up. I kind of feel like I'm overdue for a diaper cake. I don't know if you guys. I found a couple like old pictures of when I made this like diaper airplane, which I thought was really cool. So I might, if I have all the supplies, I might make that because I thought that was really like that was the first time I made it. I was just like, I can't even believe I made this. So that's coming down the pipe. What else? I have like I said, the wood backdrop, another wood backdrop that I'm making. And then I got some other clients. Lots of tours this week. I got about 3 tours this week scheduled. So a couple of them are for, you know, your usual, baby shower, gender reveal type stuff. But then one is kind of a unique event. So I'll talk more about that if I book it or when I book it. Speak on it. So when I book it, I'll talk more about that, but I don't want to talk about it too much on here until I know more of the details and more of the logistics. And then I guess the last thing is I'm trying not to take on any clients. So, like, I'm doing the merch, I'm doing the Etsy stuff. But as far as like design, even though I miss it, even though I miss like designing parties and coming up with all these ideas, I'm I'm restraining myself from taking on any design clients because I don't want to overwhelm myself. Like the venue is something that I love doing. I love talking about it. I love giving people tours, but it's also like very exhausting, doing the cleanup, making sure everything's sanitized. Like that stuff is kind of, until I get to a point where I can hire a company. It's basically just me, my husband, and one of my sons like doing the cleaning. So that is very exhausting to clean, fold, unfold tables and chairs after every event. Um, so that's just like, yeah, I don't want to overwhelm myself, but I do have one design client this month. Thankfully, it's at the end of the month. It's a really cool theme. It's like a gothic, very like dark colors like black and rich purples and deep reds. It's like a death to your 30s, which is kind of cool because I'm turning 40 this year. So I thought it was a very interesting theme, and that's why I'm kind of excited to, help out and assist with that. It's not a typical client because it is someone I know, and we're kind of sharing the grunt work of setting everything up. So I'm just doing a lot of the research and a lot of the purchasing and things like that. But I'm very excited to have that come together at the end of the month. And of course, I'll post pictures on Instagram and Pinterest and all that once it's all together. Hopefully, I could do like a little mini video. And yeah, I think that is it. So hopefully, you guys enjoyed this update. I am going to try and do more lives. That way, I'm not just doing the venue update live. I want to do like I have some ideas for lives. I want to do like live DIY stuff with you guys, so that's in the works too. So stay tuned for that. I'm trying to do that this Sunday. I promise I'm going to intentionally try. Okay. So I'm trying to do that this Sunday to at least have like one live a week that is a DIY, make with me type of thing. So and I'm bouncing around a couple ideas. So I just gotta again get my materials together, make sure I have everything on my list, and yeah. So stay crafty, purchase merch, and I'll see you in the next one.